Hey guys, today I will be showing you how to build a rec room house. So let's jump right into it. First of all, you're in your maker room. First thing you want to do, delete this right here. You want to delete these walls too. Or actually, first you'd start grabbing your maker pen. You go to your watch, backpack, go press use on your maker pen, and then you go. And if you have it favorited, you can just pull it from your back. I probably should have said that at the start, but... So now you got this. You want to keep this floor for now. And then you want the colors. The color Peridot and the material carpet. Once you have that, you want to put your snapping to grid. Make sure your snapping settings on grid are 0.1. Which, that's just what works for me. You can really do it whatever. That's just really what works for me. So now, I'd recommend making it however big the platform is. So, like this platform, I'll make it the grass, or whatever you want to call it, as big as the platform is. Alright, so now the first thing you want to do is you want to instead make the material dirt, yeah. You want to size yourself up a little bit. I usually do a 2,000-3,000, but you can do whatever you want. Then you got to select tube on the and then once you do that, start drawing start drawing around this. Don't do what I just did. Start drawing around the little grass plot, and make sure you leave one side open, because that's going to be the house entrance. Want to make sure you want to leave that open. So now that you have this little spot, you can start building the house. Now, what I like to usually do is I like to build the house and do the doorway once I get the actual frame of the house out, but you can do it however you want. So first of all, you want to go to swatches, make the color ochre and the material wood grain. Once you do that, get a cube of it and place it like right around where this grass is. Click manipulate, and then you can go ahead and manipulate the floor to however big you want the house to be, or like the floor of the house to be. So like how much walking space, pretty much. Sometimes I'd say about that size, but that's truly just what I want to do. And then if something like this is going on, you can just manipulate this back a little bit. And there you go. Actually, what you probably can do is manipulate it to where all the plants aren't right there, so it won't show inside of your house. Now what you want to do is press edit, click the clone tool, clone/flip, click rotate, and then you're going to want to click the red one. And then once you click the red, once you click the red for the rotate, you can select move again, or maybe not again, I don't know. Then you can move it, and actually you can manipulate it too if you want it to really look good from where the creator's seeing it, and that might save ink kinda. And actually go and check if the walls are completely completely covering the floor, because I know it annoys a lot of people if there's like a little gap. Then what you want to do is keep cycling that process until get every wall, roof, and all that. You can do however many floors you want. Oh. So once you get that full, just like empty box of a bunch of walls, what you want to do is manipulate the wall that's in front of the grass. And you want to manipulate it to where it's not completely covering it. And to wait. And to where it's something like this. Once you did that, you can grab your trusty cube again. And then you can start building like a little doorway. If the plants are still kind of there, what I'd recommend doing is just make the walls thick enough to where the plants wouldn't show on the inside. It's usually what I recommend. And then you can manipulate them, because once you get one side, clone it and put it on the other, then you can manipulate them to make a little doorway spot. The part that's on the top, you can manipulate it down to really make a doorway. Now, you should have something like this, maybe a little smaller. Just do whatever you think looks good. Once you have this, you can make a door. The colors I recommend are the material wood grain and the color amber. Then grab your cube again. Move it into the doorway spot. And alright, there we go. Then manipulate it to however big your doorway is, so it completely fits in. And if you see that your door doesn't really look like a regular door, then you can manipulate the other walls, maybe be smaller or whatever. Then you want to configure the door, make a decoration so now you can walk in and out, but we're not done. You gotta make a handle, just for show. So I'd recommend the color yellow and the material shiny metal. Once you have that, select a sphere. Then you can put it wherever seems good on the door. Like for me, that's right there, which now I can go in and out. Oh, I forgot to say, you gotta press edit on the door too. But if you didn't, and this right here is a whole nother thing, you can select it, which these are already selected, but you would select the handle, then the door, press options, and then you click bird shapes, which they're already okay. So now you have this big old plot of land. I can't speak today. And if your bushes you don't think are high enough, well then you can always just clone the bushes and put them right on top of the first layer. If you want to do something like that. Like now this looks good. So you can go inside your little house. Now you have all this space. So what you can do is make sure no plants are inside. That's the first thing you can do. And then you can press edit on the floor. You can clone the floor a couple times. I'm going to only clone it once since that's all I have space for. Then you want to leave a little plot right here, because we can make a stairway to a second floor since we have a bunch of room. And if this is still up here, just clone it down, or no, not clone it, manipulate it. And now you got yourself a little first room and a second room, which I might have space for 3 rooms, but that would be way too much stuff. But why not? Alright, so the first room. So we should, or I'm just going to make this room a kitchen. So first of all, what you want to do is get your color to be mist and your material to be crash pad. Once you have that, you can begin. And what you first can do is, let's start on a sink. Maybe put it right here. So you want to put a cube right there. Then manipulate it to something like this, I guess. You should probably manipulate it lower, actually. It really depends on whatever you like, because we're going to make it a little taller in a second. Then you can clone this, rotate it, move it up, manipulate it down, and manipulate it inward. Maybe a little more down, maybe a little inward. Then you can move it right on the edge, clone it again, put it on the other side, clone it again, rotate it to where it looks something like this, and then we can go ahead and do this. Oh, you can put your snapping back to whatever you want at any time. I just like grid, but alright, if you can't stay up, I'll give you guys a second to catch up. Alright, so now, once you have all 4 things, you can manipulate this a little bit, which I already did. Then you can get the cylinder shape, go back to grid, or at least that's usually what I do. If you are on grid, put it back to 0.05. I think it looks the neatest, but you can do whatever. Manipulate it up after you place it somewhere on right here. Yeah, you should like, if you really want to see what's going on, you should probably watch it if you want to know. Yeah, so like, you can't really listen and build. So now that you have this, let's see. Alright, so then you can get this right here. Or no. Wait, yeah, you can get this right here. And you can manipulate it where it kind of looks, or you should probably go back on off for the snapping. And then you can go ahead and make it look however you want. There's like the actual part that dumps the water in it. Might not look that good right now, but with a little bit of practice, since I'm kind of rushing, you have as long as you want. So yeah. Because I'm trying to fit this into like 15 minutes, which I probably won't. So there's a whole house. So then you can go ahead and do that. You want to make the knobs. So then you can put it like that. Or, yeah. Or you should probably put it like this. I guess maybe put a little circle right here. This looks more like a bottle than anything, but I know you guys can work your way through it, because I believe in you. You can make whatever I've been doing. It's a masterpiece. I believe in you. So now that we have this, you can select these two. You can select the 2 pieces, clone them, then rotate them to where the 2 knobs are facing the same way. Once you did that, you want the color blue, and I'd usually go with cardboard. You want your snapping on grid, and you want to get that cube, you want to manipulate it to where it's kind of covering the whole sink top part, because we might do something with this bottom part. You know what, actually, yeah, wait. Alright. Now that you did that, you have yourself, and if you want to add more decoration, I guess, you can like make water kind of spilling through this. This also lets you make sure that it really would look like the water's coming out if you were not spilling on the sink, which I kind of failed to do, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. So now you got the little sink. You can scale it down a little bit if you want to. Oh, undo that. Make sure all of the sink parts are connected together by selecting both of them, clicking options and pressing merge shapes. Now you can scale it down, maybe move it to here a little bit. Now what you can do is you can grab the color amber and wood grain, yep. And then we're probably going way over time, but I want to get you guys a video to make up for last week, I guess. So now you can go ahead and do this, make just like a little spot. You can probably use this to cover up like a lot of space. You can do a lot of stuff with this, but I'm not really gonna do it. Maybe at the end of the video I might show how to do a couple things, but we're not gonna worry about it for now. So really, just put it out. This is all I have for now. I might come back later and make an oven. Ooh, and now you can make the little dining part over here. You want to go to props, or wait, you should probably actually make it. So you want to keep the same colors. You want to go to cylinder. You want to spawn one in, manipulate it to however big you want. Move it up a little bit, or however big you want again. Then you can grab sphere. I can never say it. Or wait, no, you shouldn't grab sphere. You should get hemisphere actually. Now that you have a hemisphere, you can manipulate it and we can go ahead and do this. Now you got yourself a table, I guess. Now that you have your table, you can scale it up a little bit. Which now that you have this, you can go ahead and go to props this time. You can go to furniture and click booth seat, or really whatever you think would be good. I'm just gonna go with booth seat for this example. And don't put this high, you should probably size it down a little bit. Now, got that. So this part is done for now. You guys can add extra stuff if you want to. I might show how to do that maybe next week. So now you come up here. You want to go to your swatches. You want to make sure the color's leather and material is worn wood. Now that you have that, or actually no, the color ochre and the material is wood grain. Let me find it. Alright. Now come up to your second room, or whatever you want to call it. Actually, you can start making stairs now. Grab your trusty cube and just build away. And what I'd recommend doing is actually starting wherever, or actually first of all, go to your tools and make sure this is on a, I'd recommend on a 0.1. I'd recommend coming up to the top first, making your first stair so you don't accidentally make the last stair go out of the map, because we don't want any of that happening. So then, now that you have that, you can clone it down and move it forward. So now you got yourself a little staircase, and you gotta keep doing that until it's eventually done into the bottom. Which, my floors aren't that far away. Which, at least I don't think. And also, guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you want more of this content or just more Rec Room content in general. Or actually, if you have a bunch of stair pieces, you can actually select all of them, then clone it so you can get more done at a time. So Hopefully you guys didn't make yours too long, because I kind of did, but I guess if you did, might just take a little longer. There's not much you can do about it now. But like, I mean, you could put it down lower if you want. And also, if you do it this way, there might be a lot of like motion, so you should probably, so if you're making this like an actual room that people are gonna join in Rec Room, you should probably put warning text, which I'll show you guys how to do that in just a sec. And don't ask why the stairs are floating. That's kind of makes it look exotic, I guess. And so, also you can make floating stairs if you want yours to be exotic too. I don't know why I use exotic, so now you got yourself a staircase. Oh, and once you have it, take this last step and manipulate it out for all the space you have left here. So you can just walk up in like this. Also, I might not do the third floor. You guys can really do whatever you want. I might just do a first and second floor. Alright, now you can do the bedrooms right here. So you can actually make a room. I'm actually gonna make rooms here. So what you wanna do is you wanna grab the same color cube and manipulate it just like this. Make sure it doesn't go out, because then it would show right there. Alright. Now, you guys can make a doorway like I showed you guys how to do earlier, but I'm just gonna make beds, for example. So first of all, you want to get another cube, scale it up once, then clone it, and you want to move it as far as however like wide you want your bed to be. Then you want to select both of them, clone them again, and move them however like that you want them to be. Then you want to get the color white, material carpet. Now that you got that, you want to start your cube right there. Now that you have it, you can manipulate it. Go out that way one, then move kind of like this, and then like this. And then you got yourself a basic bed, but I'm going to show you guys how to make a blanket and stuff. Now you want to grab a sphere, put it right there. This is a pillow. And we can do it just like that. You can make it however big you want. I'll just make something like that, I guess. Then, a cool tip for building is that if you have drift, if you're on VR, if you grab your bottom triggers, you can just move around. But it only works if you have the maker pen. Also, you can make there be as many pillows as you want. Like, I'll just do that for now, I guess. And then get whatever color you would like, but the material has to be cloth. I guess I'll just do red, because this will be the blanket color. Then you want to grab, let's see. Yeah, you want to grab tube. You want to do a similar thing like we did earlier with the plants, just blanket edition. So just let it go freely, or because it's supposed to look like a natural blanket. And once you have this one side, what you can do is select all the pieces of this first side, actually. And you can just keep cloning. And if it gets that far away, you can just move it. But also, once you click the clone button, you can still kind of move it. So that's a tip, which this usually takes a while, but it takes a while and a lot of ink. Also, I'll show how to make a bunk bed in a second. But let me, but let me finish this up. You can keep cloning it until your blanket is ready, just like that. Yep. Now you want to edit it, and if the wall is connected, you want to select it, go to option. What is selected? Go to options, press split shapes. Now only the bed can move when I select it. Alright, now that I got that, once you have it, you can clone it to make there as many beds in one room as you want. As I'll make this just like a little like I guess guest room or whatever. If there's ever some sort of party at this house, I don't know what goes on. Alright, now over here, we're gonna make a bunk bed. Which I guess this can also be the parents' room, whatever you want. For the bunk bed, you can actually clone one of the beds. You can actually clone one of the beds, bring them over here. Then you can actually clone one above it. But this one above it, you want to click edit. You want to click edit on this one above it. And delete the holder things. And all this will probably take a lot of ink, like you can see. Actually, on the bottom, you can probably get rid of the things too. Once you get rid of these, you might want to move this one a little up too. Maybe this. You can put it like that. Make the color, keep the color white, but make the material glossy plastic. Then you can make the thing that actually like holds the beds together. You guys can make a full-on casing thing or whatever, but I'm just gonna make a little wall, I guess, because I'm lazy. Now, all you need to do, press done editing, or done, make your color black, and you can keep that material. Then what you want to do is get another square, manipulate it up to this bed. Then you want to clone it as far apart as you want. Then you want to get another cube and do that. And you can just keep cloning it up as much as you want. Which hopefully you didn't spread them too far apart. Which this is going to be quite a long video. Alright, and now that you did that, you can configure it and make it climbable. Now that you made it climbable, you can climb up and go to the next bed. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you actually use this. It's fine if you don't, just have fun.